Assisa. See, you got to hit the Latin and then go back, then go into the English legal common law and then further, modern. Assisa in Old English and Scotch law. An assize, a kind of jury or inquest. Wait a minute. An assize is a tax. Oh, yes it is. And no it's not. I told you most of this is 5 different languages. I call it a language, but you could call it 5 different layers. 5 different definitions of one word at one time, which makes it into an encryption. It's like a giant bologna sandwich. I kid you not. 2 pieces of bread, 3 pieces of bologna, and you're just calling it bologna sandwich. And when you say bologna, it's 5. Ding, 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 ding. 5 layers. Okay? Okay. It's a kind of jury or inquest. It is also a writ. Now that's a order from a court. A sitting of a court when a court gets together. An ordinance or statute. That's right. It's also called an assize. Ooh, weird, huh? Well, what is assize but a tax? A fixed or specific time, number, quantity, quality, price, or weight. Also, here it comes, a tribute, fine, or tax. A real action, which, that's in the real world. Now, a real action doesn't mean just in court. It means on the street, too. Okay? Yeah, remember where you're contracting. The name of a writ, see assize. Whoa, looky there. There's assize right there. Assize, A-S-S-I-S-E, or assize, A-S-S-I-Z-E. Now here's the law of language. And Runnymede, Anti-Terrorist, and the other guys that I've talked to, and I've even tried with Kokesh, but forget it. You are presuming to assume the language, even the spelling. Even the spelling. It's the law of language. You are presuming it, not them. Okay? So, anyway, the definitions come differently with different spellings. The difference between an S and a Z is enough to put you in jail for a long time, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. An ancient species of court. Now, this is assize. Well, what does that have to do with a court? Now, it's a court consisting of a certain number of men, usually 12, who were summoned together to try a disputed cause, performing the functions of a jury, except that they gave a verdict from their own investigation and knowledge and not upon evidence adduced from. Now this comes from the fact that they sat together. They were called the assize. See Bract 416, Code Little 153B, 159B. Now, you're going to say, but that's not our jury system. Huh, wrong. Wrong. So wrong. Law of agency, and remember that those are courts nisi prius. Oh, who tells who what to do in a court of nisi prius? The judge tells the jury. He makes the rules and procedure of the court. Therefore, he can define that the investigation has to be external of the jury, even a grand jury. Oh my, we didn't see that one, did we? Yeah, well, we did actually. 3, this is definition number 3 for assize. In modern English law. It doesn't say common law. It doesn't say nothing to that. It says modern English law. The name assizes or assizes, the one S, the one Z, is given to the court. The name is given to the court. Time or place where the judges of assize and nisi prius, who are sent by special commission from the crown. Right, this is your courts too. Now, I don't mean the crown. If you want to say that the crown doesn't have anything to do with this, that's fine. What I'm saying is it's still a special commission. And every one of the guys out here, that do the work, Bill Thornton, Mr. Bill Runnymede, they all know it's a special commission on a private court from who? Yeah, exactly. On circuits through the kingdom, they proceed to take indictments. You're going up and you're offering them a contract to try your case. You are. They're not. They're not making you. You just don't know. Okay, anyway. And to try such disputed causes issuing out of, and this is for Mr. Bill and them, Runnymede, and any terrorist, out of the courts of Westminster, as are ready for trial, with the assistance of a jury. And I know this is ours because Davo sent me the Georgia State Constitution that said only one party had to agree to the law, to the procedure of the court. Okay? And that was, to begin with, that's assumed agreeance, as everybody out there knows. All right? They're assuming you agree, so you just go, okay. And therefore, they set the law. They say, okay, this is the law we're going to use for the case. Okay? And only one party has to agree to it. For two, the judge the magistrate, because they are magistrates. The magistrate in the Georgia State Constitution decides what constitutes enough evidence or enough of anything, information, to take it to a jury trial. He can skip a trial by jury because you're agreeing to it. You are. He'll tell you you can't. That doesn't mean anything. We'll get to that because you don't understand the world of contracting yet, which is also covenant. Yeah, there's just different forms of the same damn name. Except with contract, it's legal inside their system. Okay. With the assistance of a jury from a particular county, the regular sessions of the judges at Nisi Prius, they evidently called that assize, everybody. Distinction 5, definition 5, and ordinance, statute, or regulation. Spellman, a dude, gives this meaning of the word the first place among his definitions, observing that statutes were in England called assizes down to the reign of Henry III. Okay. Now, obviously, the Treaty Paris and Ghent, pretty much, I know where we're at, but not everybody agrees. I can't do about whether you agree on the Treaty of Ghent and who actually owns what and where. I can't do none of that. I can't fix none of that. But that does tell you exactly how this works. Grand assize. See, you think grand jury. How about grand assize? Ooh, weird, huh? Grand tax assessors. Awesome. A peculiar species of trial by jury. Introduced in the time of Henry II, giving the tenant or defendant in a writ of right the alternative of a trial by battle, which nobody does, or by his peers. Yeah. Abolished by 3 and 4 William 4 circular, I don't remember what they call those, but it's circular 42 subsection 13, see 3 Blacks commentary 341. Here's another definition. Assize, in practice of the criminal courts of Scotland, the 15 men who decide on the conviction or acquittal of an accused person are called the assize. Though in, are you ready, popular language. Now they're telling you, this is what they think it means. We know what it really means. Though in popular language and even in statutes, they are called the jury. You are presuming and assuming they are a jury. Nice. That was by Wharton, and he says, see, assize. Are you ready? Assizer, an assessor, juror, an officer who has the care and oversight of weights and measures. Now, what was it about the law of agency that I showed you about officers and agents? Officers are agents of the principal, the guy who created him, the title that the principal created and hired him on to fulfill. Ah, you're getting it now, aren't you? Yeah, that's right. Assizers. In Scotch law, jurors, the persons who formed that kind of court, which in Scotland was called an assize, for the purpose of inquiring into and judging diverse civil causes. Oh, don't you have a civil code? Huh, interesting. We already know the law of language and the law of agency. What did they tell you right there? That those assizers judge diverse civil causes. That doesn't mean they know what they are. Such as perambulations, cognitions, molestations, perpestures. I don't know what that one is. I'll have to look that up. And other matters. Now, that's the most important part, is at the end, other matters, which means whatever your justice's nisi prius assize would tell them. And here it comes. Like jurors in England. Okay? Holthouse. That was who did that one. Assizes. Sessions of the justices or commissioners of assize. A commissioner creates a thing or hands a thing out. A tax. A ticket. Now, that depends. You can call them street judges because they are, in a way. Street magistrates, they judge the law. They judge it all right then and there. But they're also considered agents. But anyway, sessions of the justices or commissioners of assize. Commissioners can also mean county commissioners and etc., okay? So when commissioners get together, they are a court of assize here in America. And it's always been like that, except for the unclaimed territory. Anyway, see assize.